This is my instant reaction video to 2021 Nebraska-Oklahoma game in which Nebraska loses 23-16. I didn't go out by a tree. I actually planned on doing this in my bathroom because for all the bravado I did for the predictions, I kind of had a feeling that Oklahoma was just going to beat the hell out of us, and that didn't happen. Thought about walking out by a tree, but honestly, I'm exhausted. I think my resting heartbeat was 300 for that entire game, and I'm worn out. And it was a good game. It really was a really good game, you know. And would have been nice if Nebraska would have won. And I'm not going to be too angry, and I'm not going to swear, because it really turned out to be a good game. And I'm guessing that if 90% of you were honest in your comments on this video, you would say, I never expected Nebraska to play that well. And we made a fair number of mistakes, but there's mistakes in every game. And we can be angry about Culp missing field goals. But that's not the real issue, okay? Culp missing field goals is a symptom of the real issue. The real issue, and what lost Nebraska this game, is that Nebraska was 2 of 4 in the red zone, and Oklahoma was 3 of 3. That's it. That is the game. So you line Culp up to hit a 51-yard field goal, and he glances off the upright. That's not horrible. You know, the 35-yard miss, could have used it. Obviously, the PAT return. Shit happens in games. And a lot of shit happened in this one. Penalties. Our offensive line is obviously young and struggling and trying to get better. I thought we kind of did decently with the offensive line at times, and at times they're just like, what the hell are you guys doing? Everybody on the offensive line got a false start call against them. Everybody. We started the game with 2 false start penalties, and you know what happened? You know what the biggest thing happened in this game that could be improvement or you can take forward for Nebraska is the fact that really bad things happened, and we didn't lay down and die, and we didn't give up. And we fought back, and we fought through that entire game. The last possession was not very inspiring. I think somebody on Twitter replied to me and said they've had more inspiring poops than that final possession. And they're right, it was not very inspiring. But I think when you look at that last possession, number one, Adrian Martinez is looking for a place where he can hit a deep ball, and everybody was covered. And he's probably been coached to the point about throwing interceptions that he's not throwing those balls unless he knows he's not going to throw an interception. He could be throwing the ball out of bounds more often. That'd be a nice change. But, you know, by and large, Adrian Martinez played pretty well in this game. I mean, he had a much higher quarterback rating than Spencer Rattler, who I said in the prediction video was not that good a quarterback. And he's an okay quarterback. I don't think he's anything dynamite or special. You know, because the Nebraska defense, if Oklahoma is the number 3 ranked team in the nation, you know, you find these things out as you go on through the season. I'd say that this bodes very well, maybe for the rest of our season. Right now, Michigan State is beating Miami, and we have the Spartans next. And we need to just start overcoming our stupidity, overcoming our mistakes, figure out why we can't score efficiently and successfully in the red zone, and maybe we'll still have a good season. Maybe we can win the Big Ten West. I don't know. Maybe that's a stretch. But on the other hand, if I said Nebraska would have lost 23-16, you'd have said that I was out of my mind anyway, wouldn't you? Yes, you would, if you were honest. Not one of these hindsight people that comes in and says, duh, I told you so. Blah, blah, blah. By the way, on Twitter, I said after we scored that one touchdown, I said we should go for 2. Then we had the PAT blocked, and then that happened. So, you know, by and large, we played a good game. Few mistakes here and there cost us the game. You can't do that against the number 3 team in the nation. Good luck to the Oklahoma Sooner fans for the rest of your season. I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go watch some more football because there's some really interesting games on today. So I hope you all take care of yourself. Don't be down on ourselves too much if we're Nebraska. Just because, you know, it's easy to do that. And I don't know, maybe have a good week anyway. Take care of yourselves. Go Big Red.